Alright, good afternoon everyone. It's 3 p.m. here in Chicago, February 12th. My name's Elvin, also known as Epoxi, and today we're going to be casting the League of Legends varsity team. So they are now headed on to week 4 for the Hawks, as they are going to be taking on Illinois Wesleyan University, Illinois Wesleyan Esports, as part of their collegiate League of Legends Battle5 run. For those that are new, you have the 4 conferences for the regionals where Illinois Tech is participating in the North, participating in a 6-week Swiss format, with the top teams going 6-0 or 5-1 going to playoffs. There's a number of different partner conferences, but the one that Illinois Tech is just for the regional. Following this timeline where you've already started play back in January, this is now week 4. For the roster for today, it's going to be Joseph Average Joey Haskins at the top lane, the captain David Federer Vicius in the jungle for biggest big boy, Thomas the Swag Turtle Wagner in the mid lane, Jacob Schmooby Bone, bottom, Heather Feudapor Worth as support. Again for the Hawks, they're currently 2-1, so in a do or die situation for today's match. Same with IWU for Illinois Wesleyan. Taking a look at the opponent lineup, this is slightly incorrect. Sorry. You've got the Sharks, LGF, Fable, Rune Weaver, Handy Taco, Doge, Animosity, and Kong Z. But teams have already started going into the pick bands, so we can kind of just jump right in there and take a look at how the sides are drafting. I'll put a little bit of background music so it's not too annoying with just my voice. And yeah, this should be an exciting match. Illinois Wesleyan, one of our close neighbors here in Illinois as well, so Illinois versus Illinois. Will be exciting for sure, but these guys are also a pretty high tier team, I think, like ranked 12th or 13th in the seed compared to IIT near the mid 30s, so definitely in favor of perhaps IW just in terms of rank. They are a scholarship school, but I know that they've had a decent amount of transition, at least within their administration leadership, so I'm not sure if those changes are going to impact, if students are still incentivized, to go for scholarship or for programs, but I still think it seems that they're still competitive, still seems like they have some pretty high rostered players against IIT's lineup. So let's talk a little bit about the bans though. It's going to be IIT for side selection. They will be going in the starting game 1 in the blue side. IWU will take, Wesleyan will take red. First set of bans here for IIT is taking away the Xinjiao, Echo, and Kled. I don't know why I kept on wanting to say Kindred for some reason. And then Wesleyan will take away a couple varied people from all sides. You got the UB support, the Vagar mid, I think Camille top it looks like. But for an interesting first pick, looking like Average Joey is going to scoop up Zeri there for Schmoovy. Seems like the Hawks have been putting some practice. If you've been keeping track with our YouTube channel, we upload our VODs that the schools, compete in for their matches, and Schmoovy had a great run on one of his Zeri with his Zeri bot lane performance, I think going 9-1, just going for a huge carry performance. But looking like Wesleyan's going to respond with some carries of their own with the Jinx Lulu bot lane, which will leave a couple seconds left for IIT to decide how they want to, if they want to secure a bot lane pick for Poro to get another support here or not. But it will be Swag Turtle picking up the Ahri. Interesting that Swag Turtle is not going maybe for a Corki pick, as that's one of his preferred picks, I know for sure. But maybe trying to just go for a different type of comp that the team has been practicing. Looking like IIT is going to be leaning towards rounding out their bot lane as well, with the Karma support pick likely, that looks like. And we'll see where we go from there. As usual, we are spectating with a couple minute delay here. For the Hawks, it's going to be the 3-minute spectate delay built in the game, plus a 2-minute here for the stream per the CLoL rules, for a total of 5 minutes between the games. And then the final pick for Wesleyan will be Syndra mid, it looks like there for Fable, and we're going to jump back to the bans. I'm going to take a minute to step back and get a post out here to promote the game here, just if people want to watch on our Discord. Sorry about that. Just typing a couple of messages out to the Discord. Let's jump back to the bans. You've got the Gwen and Lee Sin taken out, so top lane and jungle there for IIT taken out. And then the Viego Diana, so 2 junglers it looks like. They're trying to focus down for big boys, so a lot of jungle picks taken off here. We got the Viego, the Diana, the Lee Sin, Xin Zhao, Echo maybe even for Echo jungle potential. So a lot of those kind of engagey picks and 1v1 duelers kind of taken out of the bag right now. Poppy I've seen being used in a couple of CLoL games. I've always been a big Poppy jungle player myself. It's not necessarily the fastest clear or the best in 1v1 dueling, but it definitely kind of is a great pick for initiation for fights. It's a great for just like CC locking anybody that has any built-in dashes, but you know, Wesleyan's comp right now doesn't have too many dash players right now. Well, actually, if they do commit to Akalia, Poppy's great for that. Hecarim's ultimate with his dash, I think, is not able to be stopped by Poppy. I'm pretty sure. But IIT gonna round out their picks with the Gnar top lane, and then there's the Kindred jungle. So fairly squishy comp here for the Hawks. They're gonna have to kind of slice and dice and kite their way out of these fights in order to just not get completely shut down. But you know, if they let it go too late, I think they just might not be able to hold out too long against the kind of that more traditional big front line with the Scion and Hecarim from Wesleyan, and then the hyper carry for the Jinx. So it's kind of going to be up to the Hawks if they have to try to force themselves to fight, and if they can get some good picks, you know, land some good charms with the Ahri, then there's some potential playmaking. So we'll have to see. A couple more seconds until we get hit with the 3-minute delay, and we'll go on a short break then. But when we come back, game 1 on its way. Illinois Tech versus Wesleyan. Stay tuned. Alright, looks like games are back up. We spectate delay has concluded, and we're getting ourselves started onto the Rift. Looks like mic's working. If anyone's watching live on Twitch chat, let me know if there's any issues with the sound. I think I was able to finally tune out kind of all of the little things here, so looking like a standard approach here for both sides for both schools. All of the entrances covered. Kindred poking her head out a little bit. Syndra throwing out a Q, won't land on the Swag Turtle. Checking it out on the skins. Average Joey, biggest big boy coming in here. And closing, getting a nice charm here. Domination will hit. Oh, one more auto would have been calling it definitely close for sure. But a charm start for Ahri. Fairly interesting. That's going to definitely make it a little bit difficult on the laning phase for her level 1, but she'll have to be definitely extremely careful. Meanwhile, a couple pings here being sent out. IIT still wanting to see if they can capitalize. We've got 3 members of IIT heading in. IWU less aware though, so this should be seeming like they're going to be able to get the clear. Beautiful using her lens after putting down an initial ward. I believe that was placed by her to see if anything fancy was going to happen, and that's going to be biggest big boy starting his way on IWU's jungle. And as they make their way here, nothing too worse for wear here for the Hawks as they have a more untraditional start, but should be having a couple more interesting results. Definitely want to be keeping our eyes still, looking like Carmen landing an Empower Q. And the Swag Turtle, you can definitely see the results. Starting off, that charm puts a lot of pressure away from her, unfortunately. So she's going to not have the easiest of times, but it could be, you know, a level 3 gank here from biggest big boy, but he might actually be running into a Hecarim at the same time here. Level 2 here, hit by Fable. Swag Turtle definitely going to have to be careful. The Syndra does not have an Ignite, though. We're keeping that in mind. Swag Turtle coming here for the gank. Hecarim is being a little bit late here. Going to try. Able to push her away. And plus the gank. Oh, I believe that might have been a flash in place. Big misplay here from the Hawks, and that might be a double kill. Flash being used here by the Ahri2 is just not going to be enough, and that's a tough start there for the Hawks. I believe it was a flash in place by the Kindred, or maybe just some last second CC from the Hecarim stopped him from getting that, but Hecarim will be able to bag those 2 kills, and that'll be a nice little goal lead for him already. Shubi on the Zeri once again. Seems to be pushing up the lane pretty early. Kindred coming around here for a look. They're going to run right into each other. Couple stuns here, but they're going to secure them. Still looking like big boy will be able to get the scuttle on his own. Shoves Hecarim out a little bit. And Syndra will take that first back to refresh on her corrupting potions, grab a boot, grab a seal, a ward, and use that TP right away. Meanwhile, Hecarim going for his own little invade here, capturing up these raptors. Ahri might have the idea that something's happening though. Might actually be very close, and you're going to have her pinched. There's going to be no flash here for Swag Turtle. It's going to be getting pushed right in front of Syndra. No flash available. It's going to have to try to run it out. The charm will slow it down just a bit. No flash here for Hecarim, he does have to ghost. And we'll be able to walk away and make his way with the free red buff. Doesn't look like IIT is going to do anything about it. Shmovie and Beautiful are likely just playing a little bit more safe here. Don't want to extend too far and get ganked from the bot side bush. Karma Q will miss. Hecarim will be just finishing up that red buff, making his way, it looks like, towards the Krugs as well. Ping here from IIT. Kindred running into LGF here. And he should be able to get away scot-free. Not a problem here. The death from Kindred just picked himself up some boots meanwhile, though. So, Ping here, though. Biggest big boy. Getting stunned here up by the Syndra. A lot of follow-up. And it's going to be very close, but LGF is going to be on that killing spree. He's going to be huge. Looking like they might have to see these here. No, not just yet. There's Joey trying his best against this Scion. He is maxing his Q here. And a dive here. Sorry, let's replay that actually. So, the Swire Turtle looking like he wants to keep going. Maybe baited by a Fable stun? Yeah, the stun came through. LGF wanting to dash through it, able to get the kill. But that's a big 600 gold bonus there for Ari, but she's going to miss a pretty big wave. So, tough trade there. Not necessarily the best of things. Unfortunately, no summoners still available here for the Nine-Tailed Fox. Is going to take her another 2 minutes until she's going to have that back up. Meanwhile, for the Hawks, longsword start here by Jinx. Zeri still holding on to a pot of her own. So Hawks seem to be in the driver's seat, in the bot lane at least. Talking about drags, Dragon has spawned. It's going to be an Infernal for number 1. But definitely, the mid and jungle has been the most active as of late. Looking like bot lane here is just content to kind of 2v2 their way out. But we definitely want to keep our eyes, to see in the mid game if Shmovie can pull out ahead. It's going to definitely be important. Handy Taco playing that hyper carry. Potential here, correct him, gank coming in. Beautiful going to get the stun here, and it's going to flash herself out for Karma to avoid that Hecarim CC. No wards available inside the Blue River, but IIT is going to take that information, go for a little invade of their own. Ari's going to be placing a control ward right by the Raptor Pit. Go for the Krugs, finish that big one up. Might run into Scion here for a little bit of vision checking. We'll see it. This is a level 6 Scion here, not able to get the full channel, but will be able to bag himself a Krug, I believe. Ari now running for her life. LGF, maybe less aware, it's going to be close. She does not have level 6 just yet. Ignite is available here though. Biggest big boy trying to see if they can close in. 3 members of IIT now onto the river. A Scion ult would have been huge if they actually committed for a longer fight. Abishori getting the knockup. We'll have to try his way through it. He wants to maybe commit for a little bit more. Jumps in bravely. Not level 6 just yet. He does have the rage though to commit himself for an ultimate if he so chooses. And a 1v1 play here. Let's take a look at that. Sorry, got distracted by talking about Gnar. So looking like Ari still not level 6. Yeah, very, very behind actually. But actually able to land a stun makes it definitely work for her. So a little bit of a misplay there for IWU. Ari's still able to get a kill, which is important. She definitely needs it. She's just very behind at the moment, the Swire Turtle. We'll have to, if I get the chance to interview or talk to one of the players, I'll definitely want to ask about that Ari pick. This is, I think, the first time I've seen this here for the Hawks, so. Still able to thread the charms, though. That's important for sure. But, taking a quick gander at the, at the gold lead, it's definitely sizable there for Ari. Definitely sizable with a 1.2k lead there for Hecarim. So, couple of first bot lane backs here. It's gonna have the pickaxe. It's gonna have the Noon Quiver there for a Jinx. Lulu will settle with the boots and the tome. LGF inside the bush, able to see this. So Turtle has the flash available. Ult gonna be used here. Kindred level 6 here does have the ultimate available. But slim margins, IIT will hold on to those big abilities. And Jinx Rocket will fudge, but LGF is going to just attempt to go for a solo drag, which they will have vision of here with a ward placed earlier by the Kindred. Bit of a commit here. Handy Taco able to get the rune. Shmovie able to use the ultimate flash. Heal being used here. Exhaust being used here. A lot of summoners, and Shmovie is able to land that onto Handy Taco, but it's a 1-for-1. Peter Porr gonna flash away for it. Will get the root, but the shield is a little bit too strong, and Peter Porr probably gonna have a death here. No sums available. Tries to throw a desperate Q. LGF will clean it up. I don't think that ultimate bubble actually was in range there for Zeri. So unfortunately, not able to make the most use out of it. But the exhaust was seemed to work itself out. Zeri able to get the kill is important. She's going to use that back to get herself the axe, the sheen, a pair of boots, and a crystal. Looking like that's going to be. I don't remember my ADC items, so I'm sorry. It's not I know it's not pork, that's all. Shark Guy coming in here, gonna be unstoppable, jumping all the way in here. It's going to be the Hawks able to grab that Rift Herald though. Biggest Big Boy will definitely be able to apply maybe a bit of tower pressure. Still 4 minutes until the plating falls. They've got time here, and a flash here used on Jinx, looking like INT being very aggressive, taking advantage that Lulu is not in lane. And sorry, I'm going to take a quick gander to see if there's anybody talking in Twitch chat. I'll be right back. Okay, nope. Still pretty small viewership today. So Jinx is going to have to back, walking herself all the way back, actually picking up a refillable potion as well. And they're going to have a big wave here pushing up here for Handy Taco, which, interesting, I guess. I don't know if that's, if maybe they should have been taking advantage of the fact that Jinx had to back and just try to push the wave as hard as possible, but Hecarim's going to be available here. Hecarim's going to have to push. They're going to see it with the ward that they just placed, and Shmui's going to have to try to dash her way out. Nice little bit of CC to stop her in place, and Jinx will be able to farm up that big wave, unfortunately, but the Hawks will be able to live, and definitely a lot of pressure here for Jacob to perform, and a 1v1. Hold on here. Is that called the outplay? Another threaded charm. A little bit of an outplay here. Sidestepping the Q here. Ignite being used. Getting the full extent of the Q. Forcing the flash out from Fable. Nice little play there here for the Hawks. Good stuff to see. Average Joey, haven't talked too much about him. He does have the ninja, plated steel caps, not ninja tabby, I'm sorry. Sheen, LGF, Swag Turtle flashing himself out. Oh my lordy, these guys are going crazy. Hecarim on the hunt here, able to get to the root here. And Power Q will land, Shmovie going in, and that's going to be ultimate here for Doge, but not going to be enough, and Shmovie will be able to get that kill. Nicely played by the Hawks, good recovery there for them. LGF though, still here. Still around. Syndra going to be using that teleport, taking this back to get herself the lost chapter, blasting wand. I think that's Ludens. Biggest Big Boy looking like he wants to go for more. Going to be using the ultimate pretty quickly, and it's going to be a TP here from Cyan. Biggest Big Boy able to get the kill onto the Handy Taco, and Hawks are going to have to run themselves all the way out. Flash Peter Pro also flashing out. It's going to be a 3v3. It's very close. Shmovie flashing in. Falls on that lad. Buying a little bit of time here for the Hawks to try to navigate themselves out. It's Fear the Biggest Big Boy though, looking like he's going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he will fall to the 1v1 against LGF. Karma able to walk out big. Swag Turtle come in here with a little bit of power. And it'll be them walking out. Not too big of a deal. I guess not the most even of trades here. It is going to be IWU still on the lead here with about a 1k, 2k gold lead, and a little bit ahead of the kills. Average Joey though just not having TP in time, having to settle himself with getting 1 or 2 plates. But he has seemed to be having a little bit of a tougher time, definitely with the CS count anyway, so it'll help him a little bit. But IIT is going to have Shmovie there finishing up onto that Triforce. The Swag Turtle looking like he's competitive maybe once again. He does have the Everfrost. He is still about 1k behind Average Joey, missing the Boomerang catch though. Uh-oh, that's unfortunate. He won't have that back to throw out another Q to get that third proc. That's just going to be a pretty tanky Scion. I think when you're dealing with Scion, isn't the better thing to do for Narc maxing W? Could be wrong though. Rift Herald going to be placed down. It's going to chunk its way here and grab themselves 2 plates. Dragon will be spawning in a few seconds here. It's going to be the Arcane one, and as we mentioned before, Chemtag Dragon is not in play anymore, has been removed per Riot. And you've got 3 members of IIT here floating around the river. LGF also around the area. Sign looking like he wants to be in this fight. This could be a gigantic 5v5 fight. All up to the Hawks to kind of try to see if they can get some vision set up. It's the Swag Turtle pulling some aggro here from these Raptors. It's going to be already under half health. Average Joey going to be very low and already falls over. No rage built up. Ultimate being used here, and it's just going to be so many members low. And Taco landing that ultimate out from nowhere. Shmovie's still alive here though. And that'll get Jinx pretty excited and gets her first kill on the board. But I don't know. This is IIT strong bot lane here, but you just got all 4 members, and that's going to be Karma taking more than she can chew. They're just, yeah, it's just a numbers advantage. They don't have the information. Look at those 1, 2, 3 control wards just all over the river. IW dominates that field, and again, just the Nard pick is so unfortunate. You know, it's just one of those things where like you have to play around that ultimate, and IIT does not have a choice. It's their only tanky member that they have available. If they don't have it, they just can't win the fights in the 5v5. I just don't see how. Arcane Drag's still up. Kindred looks like she wants to take a shot at it. We'll be walking right in front of the controller too, actually. You've got the Hecarim a little bit preoccupied, going for the double buffs. He's going to try to take it as fast as possible, but they will be able to get themselves a dragon. So, bit of an objective recovery there. Hawks trying to stabilize. The turret plating has been removed. No towers being taken yet. Average Joey's got to work himself up towards, I think that's Triforce. I could be wrong. I'm not too sure. Kraken Slayer there for the Kindred with her first legendary item. So it's just the top and the bottom that don't have one here for IIT, but LGF going aggressive here with the Scion to take once again the Gromp and the blue buff away here for the Kindred. And it's actually going to just be walking right into vision here, I think. They do see the Hecarim walking just out of range here. Karma and Shmubi looking like they might want to go for something. Able to land a slow. Peter from Poro going to go for the zoom. She is going to get the flash being used. Shmubi blasting the ultimate, but meanwhile, 2 members of IIT falling. Striker just not in there, and Doge within finally coming in clutch with that roam. Is just all the members there falling over here for IIT. Rift Hero, second Rift Hero will spawn. Shmubi just not having too much success with that ultimate. I'm not too sure on the science of it. Flash being used on Beautiful, but it's going to be picked up with another kill from Lulu, and that's going to be walking right into that for herself, unfortunately. But, you know, whatever kills that Shmubi can get is useful, so they're going to take what they can get for sure. And looking like probably a couple of first turrets here has fallen. They were able to get the mid. And yeah, just unfortunately, IIT's bot lane trying to do what they can to stabilize, you know, but Jinx is just, you know, unfortunately just not that far behind. 1k is not the worst of days, but you can see, you know, pretty palpable difference here. 2k here behind for the mid, 2k here for the jungle, 1.5k there for the top. It's just those are the big gaps, and I don't know if there's just no way they can win, you know. I think in that 3v3 situation, unfortunately. Is that an R using the ultimate? I think so. I'm gonna try to play this out. LGF having some shutdown gold, 9 and 2 right now. Trying to put a lot of resources in. They are able to get it. Kindred having to use the ultimate, trying to close in. Exhaust being used. Shmubi going in here, able to get a second kill, but this is 1v3 here, my dude. You are going to be insane to the brain if you can get it. Average Joey, no rage yet. Able to still keep fighting. Flash being used by Shark Dive. Able to finally get the Shmubi down, but that's a couple kills that are pretty useful for the Hawks. Shutdown on, big shutdown gold onto Hecarim, which was taken by the Kindred, so she'll need that. Shutdown on Syndra. Zeri will be great for that as well, so couple good picks there for the Hawks. Not the worst of days. They're holding out on their own. It's not, you know, set in stone who's taking away game 1 just yet. Bottom turret will be pretty low. Ari's got the feeling that something's wrong. Kindred coming down here for the assist with the double buff. Scion with no ultimate. Actually, excuse me, he does use the ultimate. Did have that available, but Kindred with a body block will be able to pick up a kill there. All good things. And we're going to be seeing a little bit of map switching up. Syndra is going to be taken over here in the top lane. Only one tier 1 here available for the Hawks. Ruby will still keep himself here in the bottom. And it's looking like Nara's going to be the first one to go contest that, leaving tier 2 exposed here with a wave pushing. But Wesleyan not going to be doing anything more about that. Checking Twitch, we have, what, 1 new follower. Appreciate that, Helen Wagner. couple more viewers. That's good to see. Let me know if any feedback from that you've got for the casting, any feedback on the players. Player insights are always great to hear about. You know, love to learn about the programs and see how they're doing. But 34 seconds here for this Ocean Drag. Wesleyan definitely has all their vision set up here. IIT just going in here blind, doing it live. LGF going in here, ultimate here, big here from the Hector, and that's going to just be Shmoovy stuck in a corner and a rock in a hard place, and only one ward here for a TP from the Gnar. Does have a little bit of rage, but he's going to be caught out between a tri-bush ward. They know something's up here. LGF dashing here all the way, going to have to be using the flash. Does have the ultimate available. Going to be having a couple roots here, a couple turret shots, but no, the minions will finish it off. Average Joey stuck in here, and that's going to be 4 members here converging. Ocean Drag now just spawning. That should be an easy take. Big recovery there for IW to just cement themselves back up into the lead, and all starting with just vision control there. It's all about those timings, you know, in order to try to reset fights, in order to try to just set themselves up, and IIT just, you know, definitely caught lacking there in that run. Riptero charging her way through it. Shelly will be able to chunk that tower down to about 1k health left. And LGF now trying to, LGF and Wesleyan trying to push their way all the way inside here. Jink Trap will close it up, getting a root there onto the Kindred. Hitbox is bigger than you think, my friend. And yeah, another big team fight in IWU's favor will just make it, you know, kind of a moment of no return, I think. They had a couple chances to Striker to hold on. Using the ultimate, still has a couple charges left, but starts the Ghost from the Hecarim just to make sure he gets out safely, but no more shutdown opportunities available. A lot of big items here for for Wesleyan. They've got those big tank busters, Titanic Hydra, Frostfire, Tabby, Muramana, Chem Tank is just gonna be. If Hecarim sets his sight on Shmoovy, it's gonna be up to IIT to just get her out of there. You know, she can only hold on so long. It's going to be the Karma Shield, it's got to be the Kindred, you know, to try to maybe even use the ultimate, even the already Charm, anything you can do to buy some seconds for Shmoovy to just put in some big damage is just going to be important for sure, and it's just going to get harder and harder, you know, for them because the Jinx is just going to be continuing to get bigger. You know, she's been holding on despite some of that bot lane abuse, only 800 gold behind, has her own kind of big damage items with the PD, with the Kraken, so we shall see. Pings here coming out, another pretty large vision control here set up for IW, only one solitary ward there placed earlier by the Karma. And it's going to be IWU starting their way here towards the Baron. 9.6k health. Can IIT do anything about it? Biggest big boy going to try to get in here, but Shmoovy once again just caught in between. No vision inside that bush. Hawks caught between a rock and a hard place. OGF cleaning it all up, and that's going to be 4 kills. And Average Joey with no fucking rage. Why is this Gnar pick is just not working out, dude? You got to get a better pick than that. You need to be way more present in team fight with that team fighting ability, in my opinion. Shirelli is being activated by the Lulu. They still want to be going for more. One auto should be able to finish it. Nice little side step for the Average Joey, but it's going to be the flash from the Syndra secured, and that could be the game here for the Hawks, for the Titans. Potentially, in-hit turret will fall down here in the mid. In-hit will fall. Can they go for any more? Shmoovy coming back up. Kindred coming back in 5. Maybe just one more turret perhaps. They want a little bit more. Does have some damage, but it's just, you know, tough to catch up with that. Oh, good for very low. Big boy trying to do what he can. They want to use the ultimate. They want to try to see if they can get anything out of it. Do have some slows. Ari coming in all the way balls deep. Very close. Shmoovy able to get the kill. Swag Turtle gonna be killed by the follow-up from Shark Eye with the flash auto that we see once again. LGF wants to clean it up. It's gonna be Karma just collapsing over. Where was that exhaust earlier, my friend? You needed that. Biggest big boy trying to dodge themselves out. A little bit of vision control. One auto will finish it off. Shmoovy still holding on. No rage for Gnar still. We need you there for that fight, buddy. But you're not going to be tanky enough to hold on to that. And I think it's just a comp. It's Shmoovy can be enabled, but you need to have like his players stay alive. Getting a little bit of shutdown there. And LGF flashing himself away. Oh, one auto. Oh, it's not going to be enough though. And that could be the game here for them. Looking like Wesleyan wants to try to end it. Couple members here still alive. It's going to be pretty close. Slim margins, big Empower Q. Doge will fall. LGF still alive here. Shark Guy's still alive with his Scion passive. Don't forget, shut down there for the Hecarim. Shark Guy's still available. They need some CC to keep him away from it. It's going to be the 0 health, and that's game. Okay. GG, well played. Yep. Just, it's the comp. Gnar pick is not going to work. You cannot play Gnar if you're not going to be able to manage that ultimate. You cannot play that kind of comp if you want to be able to enable Shmovie. You need to live longer, and Gnar's just not going to be the one to do that. So, something like a Maokai, a Malphite, Tahm Kench, I don't know, but for me, it's the Gnar pick that definitely just I did not agree with from a at least from an analytical perspective. Okay, I'll just put a message here saying ready for invite. Let's take one quick look at the damage though. Yeah, Shmovie big, Gnar just no. Hecarim MVP for sure. Just a couple of tries from the Hawks. Like they had, I saw, you know, like what they were trying to do, but it's just kind of those small little misplays. And I think if they had the ability, if they had the chance to go for the I think if they just went for a better top laner, they might have been able to hold on for some of those bigger team fights. Just I don't blame Average Joey at all because just I've played a decent amount of Gnar myself to know just the frustration of trying to come for team fights. You know, the hold on, gotta change the client once again here. Okay, we're back there with that. So yeah, it's just you have to manage that. You have to manage that rage meter. You have to time it for those objectives, um, and that's tough. So I mean maybe Mordekaiser if they wanted to like try to isolate like big players like the Syndra or the Hecarim away, that might have been something. But I just don't think we saw a lot of potential there from that Gnar pick, you know. So I mean the Swag Turtle I was being critical of earlier, but I think he came onto his own, was able to even hold out some 1v2 dives, you know, falling in the process, but still able to get himself a kill or two in the process is all good things. And IIT definitely bot lane seems to be strong, but it's you're gonna have to work a little bit harder to be able to keep Shmovie alive, and I think that has to be in the picks. I think that has to be in the picks to get Joey something that can hold out on a team fight and not suffer too much in the top lane. We've seen it happen though before, right? A lot of these teams have been opting for IIT opponents to kind of go for aggressive invades, aggressive dives in the top lane. In this case, not too much, but even if you were gonna pick a champion, you know, based on that too, you might need to have like a pick that can like handle a dive. I don't think Gnar has the jump available, but he's just so squishy that it's like trying to dive an ADC. They'll just fall over, you know, unless he has that rage that's managed correctly. So we'll have to see. Uh, looks like we're waiting on one more spectator. Alright, here we go. Game 2 on its way. And it's going to be Wesleyan now onto the blue side. IIT will take red, and they will instantly take away the Zeri, looking like they had a decent amount of struggle to with that in the bot lane, that they want to get that option out. Zinban once again here for IIT. I'm taking some notes on the side here for a different task. Alright, going back to the game though. It's Zeri, Yubi, Veigar there taken out, and Zinjao, Echo, and Hecarim this time here. Lulu here gonna be grabbed up, and Aphelios there for IIT. Jinx once again there for Handy Taco. Yeah, Hecarim definitely a big problem for the Hawks, just a lot of engage potential, able to kind of just run down those members, and IIT with a lot of squish potential definitely made it harder. IIT will grab themselves to Ahri mid once again for Swag Turtle. This time though, a couple differences for Wesleyan with the support for Doge, and Fable will pick up the Lee Sin there for LGF. Again, a lot of engage potential, but definitely not too much of the, you know, one-man dive as much, unless they're going for a really tanky build, but that's some Season 4 LCS comp chicanery that I see there on Wesleyan's side, sticking to the basics. I like. Gravespan there for biggest big boy, Syndra and Victor being removed, so forcing Wesleyan to make another change onto their mid lane as well here. Viego also taken out there for biggest big boy, so we saw him on the Kindred. Would they go for that pick again? IIT still looking fairly squishy right now at the moment. One has to wonder, you know, is it a comfort pick versus a comp, if they're trying to aim for a certain type of composition. But Gwen able to, you know, deal with herself on the 1v1, and she, you know, a lot of AP damage so far I'm seeing. Just thinking aloud here. Unironically, I think Poppy just the dive from Lee Sin, the Jax dive, the LeBlanc dive, all of those are stopped by a Poppy W. Like, that is such a cool pick to be able to just like, and you have good engage. You know, one CC, you know, from Lulu or Ari, you can just line up your Poppy E route and you are golden, you know. But I thought that was going to be a Gwen top lane and looking like Gwen jungle here, and a Malphite top there for average Joey against Jax. Definitely not the most optimal of lineups, but I think average Joey being on that top lane potential, just being able to be having that presence in the team fight will bring out a little bit more respect from IWU's side as well, to just be watching out for all 5 players. I think in the team fight setting from game 1, average Joey was not able to have that presence there to have IWU even worried about him. So I think I feel a lot better here about IIT's comp. It's definitely going to be more dually, I think, especially in the bot lane. I think we saw that, you know, both sides pretty much kind of gentleman's handshake that they didn't want to do anything until level 6, but now should be a little bit more exciting, perhaps, with a lot of level 3, level 2 engages, I assume. We've got 2 minutes here until the game comes back. We'll go just on to break screen. When we come back, game 2 on its way. Alright, thanks for holding on. We're back into the game. It will be game 2 here, for those just tuning in. IWU taking a pretty handy victory. Game 1. IIT showing some signs of life though, you know, not falling down too easily, but just a couple of small misplays. I think just, you know, a little bit of drafting issue and setting up for some big fights. Definitely IIT struggling in terms of, you know, division, in terms of getting themselves ready. But in the dueling aspect, it seems as like it could be anyone's game. IIT definitely showing like the capability to be able to recover and looking like their shot calling, at least on even ground, seems to be competitive. And a little bit of side selection switching here. IIT will be on the red side here. It's going to be Average Joey with the Malphite top. Hold on, I gotta turn off the music. And I definitely can't play that music, that's copyright. That's KDA. Alright, sorry, hold on. Okay, back in the game. Doge! Misses the hook, would have been very scary.
For my next trick, I'll make their life bar disappear.
I'll make their life bar disappear. LeBlanc pick here for Fable. Sorry, Average Joey, Malphite. Biggest Big Boy, Gwen, Ari mid lane there for Swag Turtle, Shmovie on the Aphelios. We'll see the Thresh Jinx, nothing more, and Fudiporo onto her Space Galaxy Lulu once again, which is also one of the cool skins. But nothing beats Winter Wonderland Lulu, so you already lost there. Okay, so Doge and his team giving IIT a little bit of taste of their own medicine with their own blue start. Won't be captured here though, by any vision here from IIT, but it will be Shmovie making their way here, going to let these minions tackle each other a bit before they actually break for a start, which will mean that it'll be a pretty much even start there for both sides. Dive here from Fable, getting the domination proc, pushing Ari down to 350 health already. Might have to actually start a pot pretty soon if you're not too careful. Lee Sin going here for the Gromp clear, using the smite to finish it off. Ping here as he makes his way towards the Raptor, so it looks like level 2 being hit here first by Fable. Flash initiation, oh, you are a god. But the proc will tick, and it's going to be first blood. Perfectly calculated there for Fable, well played for that pick. Meanwhile, Fudiporo and Shmovie getting pretty close to that threshold. One of my favorite, that, for me, fun fact, is my worst nightmare. I hate Thresh as just everything that it does and everything in its kit. So that has been, for the past at least 2, if not more seasons, my permaban in solo queue. Doge walking up once again, has the hook available. IT giving it the respect it deserves. But they're gonna slowly just push up this wave here. We're gonna have to try to outplay it, try to see what CS he can capture. Should be able to come out even. Biggest Big Boy coming in here blind, right in front of Handy Taco. Hook will land. Play will not land. But no more action here. Swag Turtle, Step Bro, what you doing? Oh, it's close. Biggest Big Boy gonna try to block what he can. It's gonna be close here. Flash engage here for Biggest Big Boy. He will not have his flash, but LeBlanc will have her CDs coming up in just a few seconds. Very close here. Flash being used by Shmovie. Swag Turtle wants to look for more. Shmovie going for Doge and Fable coming in here big. They're gonna try it. Oh, my lord. IIT coming up just ahead there. Big gamble from Doge with that flash play. Won't end up profiting from it, but IIT, good discipline on them to be able to catch it back. And, woo, okay, we got a game going on. Hawks taking the lead here now. This Malphite pick proven itself here with Average Joey, you know, definitely in the backseat in terms of CS, but it is a Jax pick, and, you know, it's scary, so he's going to try to just have to hold on, but we're not building, you know, the Malphite for winning the lane. We're building him for those team fights, and definitely has the 1v1 all-in potential there with a big knockup if they're able to get the setup for that. So we'll definitely keep an eye out on that for the team fight potential. Talking about some other objectives here coming up onto the board, we've got the first drag going to be the Arcane here. I don't know if we got the soul point for game 1. Let's see. Thresh coming in here with a roam. He took his death here to get himself some cloth armor, not boots, interestingly enough. Lulu though will have her level 2 boots, which gives her the potential for roam. A lot of pings here, very confused Lee Sin. LGF gonna be sitting it very close. Swag Turtle getting the stun here, but will... Oh my god. Okay. Swag Turtle, you're a god! Huge misstep here from IW. That deserves a replay moment. Hosted by not State Farm, by the way. Beautiful stun here. Lands all the way up. Can't even dive in for the Q follow-up. Gets a little bit of the XP back. One auto won't be enough, but look at that. Fable just taking the taking the turrets in the face. And that was like 2 or 3 of them, just nothing that they can do about it. And well played there for the Hawks. Good recovery, good discipline for Ari to not just B screen, not looking at anything else. As that happens too often in solo queue. We'll have, oh, Cannon will not be able to be picked up, unfortunately. Here to Poro, getting herself started towards the Arcane Dragon. And I don't remember what powers it has, but it's pretty annoying. I know, because it feels like it does more damage than like other dragons, but that could just be me. Yeah, what is it? Hex Tech attacks. Yeah, see, lightning chain, it hits everyone when you have that. But I digress. IT with a great early start here. First early drag, 2 deaths on the Lee Sin. Blanc no longer kind of as overbearing of a presence, and again, gentleman's handshake agreement, it seems like, between the two sides here in bot lane. Neither side really wanting to kind of go in for those duels, which I respect. Again, I hate Thresh. It's just way too good in that dueling aspect. Average Joey going to be finally hitting 6 here. Jax, Shark, Ive will spend some time to roam, but won't see any camps here. We'll have that red buff spawning though in about a minute and a half. It's coming. Swag Turtle setting up some vision. Average Joey will toss in for the first engage potential, and let's see how he lands it himself up there. Pots being used, corrupting and refillable here. Does Average Joey want to go for that ult? Does he have to? Does the Mad Lad want it? He can taste it. Ari coming in for a potential roam. Gwen here going to be captured by this vision here as she makes her way to the red buff, but that should be enough information for Jax to know to not go for any more. Oh, hold on here, Swag Turtle. He wants to go his own domination proc starting up here. Flash being used here. One more auto would be enough. And has to use her ultimate to get out. Hold on, you're sitting on a ward. That's scary. Blanc might actually want to greed for it, potentially. And nope. However, if the Jinx was level 6, I would have let that I would have let that fly. Pings here being sent out though. 2 members of IIT reasonably healthy, but not level 6. Shmovie, they're going to try to go for the back. They are going to try to go for the back. Does not seem like it. They're going to commit here. LGF showing, Fable showing now, IIT, no TPs available. Root will land. Shmovie able to get herself out there. LGF diving here for heal being used, but it's going to be Lulu just getting the threshing. That'll be a 1-2. Not the worst, but they tried their best. They knew something was coming. All summoners being used there on Shmovie. Beautiful holding on to her flash. But again, just can't really blame them. They tried it, they held on, and they walked away with a kill. So all in all, we'll take it. Meanwhile, Average Joey going for some more trades with Shark Eye. Ping here being sent out. Rift Herald being pinged here as well. They got the idea that Biggest Big Boy might be going for it solo. Malphite wants to keep that Jax preoccupied, and Biggest Big Boy will walk away with it. More engages here for Swag Turtle. Domination here procs for both Fable and Swag Turtle. So these guys are content to just 1v1. And see how these guys duke it out. Oh my god, look at the moves! Faker! What was that? Aritron will not land, but it will be Swag Turtle there on the front line. On the back line, gonna have to commit here. And Fable gonna just have to walk herself out here. Gwen will take a little bit of minion tax for taking up all that time here, and another charm will unfortunately just not land. It's definitely hard to kind of just be able to assure yourself to get a LeBlanc. She's a slippery little thing here. LGF, no summers available, but it will be able to get the kill though in the meanwhile, so not too bad there. Again, 1-for-1, Hawks will take it, but Jinx definitely a little bit more presence here. A lot of members here flashing in here. Flash engage here for Shark IP is going to be able to finish it out. Big knockup there from Average Joey. Can the Hawks look for more? Flashing engage here. And Average Joey picking up the kill there. Nice play there. Good ultimate. And that's what I want to see with this comp. So it's working out so far here for these guys. IW still trying to make their comeback. They're taking even trades, but IIT, you know, trying to see what they can get. So Swag Turtle will see that LGF is right in front of him. No, hold on. Flubs the charm, unfortunately. Burst Herald will be used though to get IIT's first tower here, but oh boy. Selfish back here for biggest big boy, but LGF wants to look for more. The long flash here. We'll be able to chain up Average Joey, but he should be healthy enough. I take that back. Big commit here for their sides. Oh my lord. 13 HP in a dream, my friend. Jinx rocket coming in from downtown. Will it land? Body block there for biggest big boy. LGF gonna try to do what he can. Will get the shutdown. Gold, one more, can do it. Ari, no ultimate available though. A little bit of a speed boost from the W. Fable coming in here from the back. And unfortunately just not going to be enough. Nice little Q though. Good side step to avoid some of that initial burst from Fable. Actually has Ari a little bit ahead. She's gotta see if she can be able to predict the charms. I know it's hard, but that's just one of the things that you have to know about when you're playing with LeBlanc. You've gotta be able to anticipate, you know, when those CDs are up. Another little bit of all in. No domination proc just yet. Strider's going to take that information to go all in here. He's going to have to ultimate. Ignite here will be able to finish it off in a nice little 1v1. Finally, the Swag Turtle coming out here on his own. 1v1 as well here for Average Joey. My word. The Mad Lad with a 40 CS deficit. Shark Eye coming in here with a lot of damage. Doesn't look like he went for a back earlier either. Give him the respect he deserves, my friend. Average Joey with the kill. Shmovy getting a bit of a pop-up heal being used here. Heal trade as well though, so. Trades once again here. Cloudjack going to be available here. 1.1k health. Going to be taken down solo by Big Boy. Any more picks that we can see? 4 members. They want to send a little bit of retribution. Shmovy with the big barrier to hold himself on. But 1v1 by the Ari in the meanwhile. In the process, hold on, biggest big boy, one more auto will be able to do it, sends a line of scissors straight to his face. Q will land here. Can they go for more? LGF trying to see what he can do, but will be able to get some shutdown gold. Excuse me, just being able to get himself onto that killing spree. Fear poor running for her life, and 1 for 2, not the most even of trades, I think, or 2 for 2, perhaps. This thing killed Ari, 1 killed. Okay, no, it's 2 for 2. Seems, I think. So again, IIT still maintaining this 1k lead, but you know they're not able to really snowball it like how we saw with IW. IW definitely taken to trade smartly, you know. Lee Sin diving in deep here. Hold on, walking right in front of a Lulu. We'll have to no bush available. Thresh will try to get him out with a ward, but now he is going to be trapped between a rock and a hard place. No flash available here for him. Going to be using the ultimate, but I think it's just a matter of time until Doge falls. Fable going to try to do what he can. This is a lot of damage there, and will proc the. Hold on, Strike Turtle wants to go for more. Will probably get rejected. And might want to look for more here. Fable going in once again. Very low here. The Strike Turtle will not be able to land a charm, and don't think we'll see any more here. Meanwhile, Average Joey trying to hold on. The lead grows here. It's gonna, and it will unfortunately probably just get bigger just because of Jack's wave clear ability. IIT gonna have this wave pushed in a little bit. IIT having some good division here around their drags. So far they've been able to capture 2 drags, opening up the map towards that Ocean Soul. Potential Jinx trying a rocket for here for Art earlier. I didn't capture that, but was able to avoid that. And we're seeing a little bit of a transition. We're seeing 2 members of IIT come down here. Shmovy with his ultimate available, going to have to flash that one out, which is a wise pick. Both members here having that dive potential, having the ignite up would have been some sizable lead there here. Biggest Big Boy wants to go in for this. The adapt to ultimate will be able to get the knock up, and that should be Shark Eye just falling in the process. Gonna try to get the ward jump, but in the meantime, they're going to be able to use that to be able to grab themselves the first tower? No, second tower. With the tier 1 mid here for IIT falling. Average Joey's got a big wave pushing in here, might think that he wants to go in for more, but you've got Gwen here stuck between 3 members. I don't know, she's gonna flash it. Average Joey though, fighting a little bit more than he can chew. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a lot of damage. He can't go for more. Biggest Big Boy still in the still holding on to the process, so that's gonna be 2 quick kills here, picked up in succession. TPB here being used with a late TP. Hold on here. Polymorph will stop it though. Flash of heal available here for Shui. Big Polymorph and Wombo ult from the Lulu will be able to prevent any more of the dive showing up. And IW going to capitalize on that, bringing the gold lead back to even here with this tower kill here as well. Fable wants to look for more. Swag Turtle going for the flash. Won't be able to capture the slippery LeBlanc. And Jinx now, on a change of events, will be the one that's in the driver's seat with her gold lead there. But in the 2v2, you know, what the mid? Okay, I'm not sure if that was intentional or just trying to be a little bit of a troll, but they tried. It's just tough with LeBlanc. You got an Ocean Drag here spawning up in 40, trying to set up some vision where they can. They do have just a couple control wards set up. Lulu comes in with her own 2 as well to re-establish vision should IWU choose to go into the river now. They are going to go here together as a group. IIT less aware, they're just not coming in just yet, but they will see them clearing. Lulu going to hold up here onto the bot side here. And Jax here with the solo split push. Malphite looks like he wants to be present for this fight. He does have the TP available, and let's see how this fight plays out. Biggest Big Boy already chunked to about half health lightly from just Fable poke. And Ari here just caught, no vision, instantly deleted. It's going to be a very excited Jinx. Will we see more? Malphite coming in here from around. He does have the ultimate available. Will they go for it? Furtaporo available, going all in here. Smite fight will have Red Team picking up big 2-man knockup here from Average Joey, but can they go for more? Average Joey here knocked up is going to be Shark Eye pinched on his own, but just being the Jax player that he is, able to slow down a couple members, going to be using the ultimate and the Gale Force to get himself out. Flash from Doge once again, not able to land a hook. To the bot lane here for IIT, staying strong, trying to see if they can hold on. Fortunately, big kills still there for Gwen, and Malphite will continue to kind of just tunnel it into the Jinx. She's got that crack, and she does have a good amount of damage. Hold on to Swag Turtle, wants to go here for more. Is able to land a proc. Nice little bit of dodging to avoid the Q as well. Will be able to save the tier 2, but not before it got its big hit in. Fable here around. Should be able to clear up this tower though. In the meantime, while will be now all tier 1s removed here from IIT. Yeah, Shark Eye just able to hold out on his own in the 1v3 process we saw. It's just a pick. It's the comp here for these guys that's really kind of proving it in. And IWU actually end up taking back the lead for a while now. 18 minutes in, about a 2k lead here for these guys. So it's all in the team fighting here. Malphite has to be able to eventually, though, we have to see if someone can be able to match that split push from the Jax. Will probably be the biggest threat here that IWU and IIT are going to have to try to gauge each other out for in order to time it. Three lens here. Lens for only 2 here for IT, but that's of course it's Lee Sin, so what do you expect? And pings here for IIT. They want to be making a move on a Jax with a flash and unleash teleport. And let's see how it goes. 3 members here of IIT collapsing here. Malphite onto his own. It will be Shark Eye coming in with the abilities. We'll have to polymorph pretty soon, and it'll be Shmovy taking down valuable kill that he needs. Tier 2 will fall in the process, but it had no health left. Back up to us. The Hawks want to go for more. Fable will be able to have the vision to burst here. Lantern here to block off the LeBlanc, and that will be now 2 members of IIT, two members of IWU taken down in the process, and could be spelling out perhaps Baron. IIT does have some vision established. They're going to try to see if what they can clear. Only 3 members of IWU. Jinx with no sums available will be seeing Fear to Pour with that. Malphite still with his ultimate available. It's going to be big. Average Joey wants to perhaps look for this. He is going to be holding off a couple members here. Baron still falling in the process. LGF going to be falling in the process. Will be able to take him down for a Shmovy here with flashing himself out, getting the polymorph into the Jackson. It's going to be IIT members moving outside of the Baron now. They're going to be continuing their follow-up on here. Flash here being used by Big Boy. Can they go for more? Will be able to slice and dice him up. Jinx in the process, still alive. LeBlanc coming in 10 seconds late. Can they go for more? IIT is going to be a complete bloodbath. Malphite still with his ultimate though. They've got it. They're giving it the respect it deserves. Taking up a couple of hits here, and it's very low here. Fable instantly one-shotting Fear to Pour. IIT having to turn back. Truly very low health as well. It could be a very excited Jinx. It's going to be the commit here from Average Joey. Smart Turtle with some follow-up. It's going to be a lot of members flashing out. Jinx still walking out here with Handy Taco. Average Joey flashing as well. Biggest Big Boy trying to do what he can. And IW able to stave off the Baron. But unfortunately, Jinx just racking up the kills here. 6-1 and 6. She is large here. Going to try to walk herself out of this. Committing here on Doge. Using the Lantern. Could buy a little bit of time. And baited by the 1v1 call for it. And that could be the turn, unfortunately. Just IIT had it going so well for them with that, you know, early 2 kills. But this Baron buff is going to be pretty big for IWU to just, you know, further push their lead up. You've got Ocean Dragon here spawning. I don't know if the Hawks are even going to try to go for it. Lulu, one desperate Q. A little bit too late, unfortunately. Wesleyan will opt to go for the back. Get their members refreshed. Jinx coming in here with the IE Kraken PD will just shred through Average Joey, unfortunately, even with the Frostfire and the Ninja Plated Steel Caps, excuse me. And we'll have to see IIT here earlier as they're able to get their driver, as they're able to get inside here faster. Hold on, Charm will land. LGF going in here for his dive. Malphite coming here all the way around. Another Q here from Lee Sin. They're gonna go for it. LGF able to knock up the Ahri. Will be the Ahri falling in first. Your biggest Big Boy left in a 1v4 situation. Still pretty tanky. Average Joey with a 3-man knockup. Biggest Big Boy still alive here. Shmovy chunked to half here. LGF very low. But the rockets from Jinx. Look at that damage from her. She's gonna be able to clean that up. No problemo. One more auto. We'll have the slow. No polymorph here available for Lulu just yet. It's not gonna be enough. And that's going to be practically the ace here. Gwen holding on. Or not. She's gonna try. Fable. And that's gonna be the damage, and that's going to be the ace there for Wesleyan. And I think that could spell the end here for the Hawks, unfortunately. Just that Baron fight was crucial, and I think they needed to try to call it off earlier. But Wesleyan having good discipline, you know, and oh my lord, just a little greed for that, but it's just going to be that auto to finish it off here. I'm not sure here what else the Hawks can do here. It's just, unfortunately, playing around that Jinx so well, able to get her, you know, IIT, I think just giving time for Wesleyan to get their CDs back up, you know, with the LeBlanc and with the Lee Sin. Extending those team fights is just not too healthy. IIT, you know, I think that comp, they just have to pull the trigger and full commit, you know. If they don't get it, then they just have to walk off the objective, I think. BT could, I don't know if he had that for the Baron, actually. But yeah, just Shmovy, just, you know, getting chunked to half health, unfortunately, is just not enough. To keep him, you know, sustained. Alright, Baron buff here. Let's see how they can do it. Swag Turtle able to land a charm on Shark Eye. This is a valuable kill, able to have a little bit of recovery. That'll definitely stave off a little bit of the dive potential at least. So, you know, Elise and LeBlanc, if they just captured by one Aura Charm, would be good for them. LeBlanc going to be roaming up here all the way onto the top lane. Lee Sin all the way here inside, and will they go for more? Shirelia's being used by Fate of Core. They want to go for getting a little bit of a slow. Swag Turtle walking right up here to the charm for the Hawks, and that's going to be 5 members falling down instantly. LGF using the ultimate to bat away one of the guys, but not going to be enough. Inhib turrets, Inhib super minions here for IW pushing here to the mid lane are going to be captured up by the Malphite solo. IIT going deep inside enemy territory, and Shmovie walking all the way around. LeBlanc's going to have to try to see if she can get herself out. Big boy caught between a rock and a hard space. Will the Hawks go for more? Pings here coming out. Doge coming around here with his lantern as well, but looking like no more commits here likely. And yeah, look at that item difference. It's got to be like a 3k if not more. 4k looks like here for Gold Lead. That's a full item. Yeah, Jinx is just giga huge. 700 gold shutdown potential here if they're able to get anything with it. Tier 2 still here available for the top, but the LeBlanc's pretty persistent. She no more Baron buff here, but should be enough pings here. Gwen being stuck now with her own vision problem. She's gonna have to try to dash out. She does have the flash available. Buys a little bit of time here. Ultimate will not land, and she'll live another day. But tier 2 top will remain standing, but you've got this pretty big wave here being pushed in. 3 members of IWU. Hold on, Fable still just being a nuisance here for the Hawks. We're at that kind of mid-late game where definitely LeBlanc, you know, 100 to 0 potential, not as prevalent. But nice charm here from Sword Turtle. Not too much damage. We'll have the domination proc. Shirelia's being activated here. Average Joey looks like they want to commit. Does still have that ultimate available. IW giving them the space and go here that they deserve. Top lane secured here with a wave. Mid lane being pushed once again, and so buying some time here is what's critical here for the Hawks to be able to just last out, you know, some of this pressure. If they're able to have that inhib respawn, they had, you know, a lot of good early game initiation to be able to take a couple of dragons. So even with the second dragon spawning here in about 50, you know, it's not the worst of where if IWU is able to capture it. Not in contention for Soul just yet. So it's all about buying time here right now. You've got a pretty big sizable lead here. You know, 7k or what, 6k now being a little bit reduced. So IIT just trying to buy some time here. LGF still being a nuisance once again. Trying to see if they can bait off this 10-second Baron. IIT doesn't have too much vision set up here as well, so Thresh using his back to get himself refreshed on that. What the frick is that item called? Pauldrons of White Rock. Whatever. Swire Turtle coming in here, trying to bait it out, getting the charm here. Oh, very close here for these guys, but LeBlanc gonna have to probably back here. You've got this last wave here being pushed in. You're going to have this dragon being committed, and who's going to go for it? 3k health. Lee Sin going to come in for it. It's going to be the smite fight, and he will be able to secure it. Strider going to have to use his Zergus to get himself out. All members here closely, but Shark Eye will fall in the process. Can the Hawks go for more? It will be just one member here falling, but are we going to see a scary repeat of the Jinx turning on once again? That could be crucial. Malphite with his ultimate still available. IIT has to commit for it if they can. They're going to try it. They're going to see it. No TPs available here for any surprising backdoors. But those autos from Jinx are going to hurt. Just 1 or 2 rockets will just chunk down and shred IIT's member. Shrewy going to commit himself inside the Baron pit. Shrewy going to be using his heal to heal himself back up. But biggest big boy will fall in the process. The ultimate from Malphite not going to be enough, and that Jinx is going to be hugely excited. Handy Taco still holding on, and the members just fall over. And that's, oh man, that deserves a replay. I don't know why Shrewy was still inside the pit. Let's just look at it at half speed. But so they've got some vision in here, right? They know that Jinx is still around here, but IIT don't see the Lee Sin coming in here. you have members wanting to walk out. Peter Poro is just being zoned out by the Lee Sin entirely, despite, like, look at this. So, average Joey on his own, he gets the knockup, but there's just no follow-up. The damage isn't strong enough, Shmovie isn't there. Biggest Big Boy isn't there either. And that's just enough time for Handy Taco to have his own Bloodthirster proc, and just everyone just falls over. I think they needed to either all stay inside the pit, or they needed to all just move out, but just everyone kind of breaking off into their own field. It's just not good. I think if they stayed inside pit, oh, and that's pentakill. Yeah, if they stayed inside pit and force Wesleyan to just all be grouped up inside this one spot here, and then use Malphite ultimate, that would have been probably just their best bet. But instead, it kind of just led to a slapfest, and that's just got to be the game for sure, right? Unleashed teleport being used by the Jax with Baron buff. 30-second recalls here. It's got to be it. Just fast forwarding it. It's over. Nice spirit, and oh man, what a tough game there. IIT had so many things going well for them, but I just that objective control. They are not in sync. I don't know if it's just them not agreeing on the objective or how to fight it, but that has to be communicated earlier on. So, all right. It's a best of 3. No, it's done. Yeah. Let's see. Did Joshua still want to do that interview? I have no clue. I'm on the way back to. I can be ready in 20. Are you ready now? I'll just ask. Yeah, nope. GG's MVP was the Jinx. That's all. Yeah, look at that damage. Just I'm much happier about the comp, but this time it turned out to be just the extended team fighting and those slim margins, I think. Yeah, so we're gonna try to do an interview, I guess. I should just ask Poro who wants to interview. Or if they even want to do one. Okay, I'll join a Discord for now. Joey says he wants it. Okay. Let's jump back to pick ban screen and update the scores. So again, 2-0 there for Wesleyan. And then we'll take a quick look at. So apparently I'm not doing the interview this time. Joshua wants to take a try with it, so I'm going to. Hello, Joshua, are you there?
Hello? Yep.
Okay, I'm going to be bringing in Average Joey to the room, and then you can ask him your questions. I'm just taking a second to update you here. So it's Kiidlat, and I'll say just and Elvin.
Yeah, the heartbreaking 0-2 loss. That's what
Wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna
wait,
start
wait,
with.
wait, wait, wait. Yeah, no, it was. I felt so bad for that game too, but you can talk about it with Joey when he comes in here. Give me one sec. Hi,
Oh,
Joey, you there?
hey, how's it going?
Hey,
Hello.
I'm here today with Joshua as well, one of IIT's. He's in our events content team, and he
Yeah,
also
Josh and
helps
I have
out.
been
So
yeah.
he's going to be the one conducting the interview mostly today. He wanted to give it a shot, so I'll have him be asking the questions. And he was following the game, so he was watching
Alright,
it as
cool.
well on stream.
Cool.
So Joshua, take it away.
Yeah, hello, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Just to start off, average Joey here. It's been a long time. I remember we played on the C team together.
Yeah, it goes
Now
way
you're
back, huh?
here.
Goes way back.
Yeah, way back when. Now you're out here taking names in CLoL.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
so first thing I just want to ask about this heartbreaking 0-2 loss.
Uh,
Um,
I'll tell you, Josh, they got lucky. Okay.
Yeah, they got lucky.
Hey,
How do you feel like, how did you feel during the game? I know that, you had a lot of, it wasn't one way or the other. Had lots of strong fights there. I think you didn't get to the late game you wanted to, where your Aphelios was able to really shine. So how do you feel about that?
yeah,
How do you feel about that?
we had some problems turning the fights in the late game, just with communication, because I would be looking for an ult onto the Jinx, and then the some of the team was on on a different page than me, so um they were like hitting the Baron and I was turning and trying to kill the Jinx. So just some communication errors, but they got lucky at the end of the day.
Yep. Yeah, definitely some messy fights, but how do you feel like your team is going to be growing after this match?
I
Are
think
you gonna work on that communication you were talking about?
yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, we won't be miscommunicating again after this one. I'll tell you that. All right.
I like that. I like
we're
that.
hey, we're not dropping another CLoL game all season.
That's great to hear.
Tell
I'm
you right
excited to
now.
hear. I'm excited to see more. So I want to kind of get to know, because obviously we know each other from playing together in the past, but I kind of want to get to know the rest of your team and what you have to say about it. Um, so from a spectator standpoint, I haven't met the other players on your team, but from a spectator standpoint, it kind of seems like you have this kind of superstar jungler in Biggest Big Boy, and then
Absolutely.
you kind of wait for Shmovie to pop off in the late game, whether it be on Zeri,
Yeah.
Aphelios, or some other carry. So can you kind of talk about your teammates and if that kind of dynamic fits?
Yeah, I think that works for us most of the time. It usually depends on if the other team gets ahead or not. Um, just from top side. Honestly, like I've been playing like tanks and bruisers and whatnot, just trying to wait and see if we can get some stuff going bot lane. So that's what we've been trying to play around. But I think it's working so far.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I only have one final question for you, and this is probably the most important. Is
Oh yeah.
when are we able to see the Smite Jenna top
Uh,
in your
as
CLoL matches?
hey, I'm not gonna comment. All right, because we don't want to get stream sniped.
Oh, definitely, definitely, yeah. If
But
other schools are watching this, you never know what's gonna
yeah,
hit.
yeah.
It's gonna hit you.
I'll tell you, they better be watching out for the average Joey Bard Smite top. All right, I'm bringing it. I'm bringing the Bard, the Karma, the Janna. I'm bringing all the supports into the top lane. All right.
Definitely, I'm excited to see what else your team can offer, but I still have a lot of faith that you, Shmovie, Biggest Big Boy, and the rest of the team are able to hit hard in CLoL.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. We will be.
All
Like
right,
I
thank
said,
you.
they got lucky.
Yeah, they got lucky. We'll see next week.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks guys. I'm gonna just move you guys back to the room and then I'll wrap it up from here for the cast.
All
All
right,
right.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
Elvin.
Yeah,
Yep.
no
See ya.
problem, Joshua.
Good
Thanks for
talking to
coming
you,
by.
boys.
Yep, see you, Joey.
See ya.
So that'll wrap it up for us here on the I was gonna say casting desk, and then I was like, wait, this is like casting chair, and then I thought of casting couch, and I'm just gonna stop my train of thought there. Um, yeah, so this loss unfortunately will mean that IIT will not be able to proceed past conference. They're gonna go 2-2. Two losses mean that they don't qualify. IWU will live to see another day. But I think the Hawks can walk away with their heads held high that they were able to, make it a little bit scary for those Masters teams. Um, with that game two performance. I think that comp in game one was just definitely one of the big highlights, and I was way more impressed with Average Joey in his presence for team fights in game two. That ultimate, just sometimes when you're in those situations when the rank is just you just can't match, just stick to basics. Just do do the hard CC, beat a tank, just kind of beat out rock literally, for the team, and so um I saw that there, and that's as we had in the interview. He was looking for those picks, and it just seemed like a little bit of those mishaps in communication is kind of what kind of edges out those peak varsity performances, like from IWU. Their discipline, you can see like how when they set up those fights, definitely I think they just got a little bit cocky on their own half, like just getting caught out for those 1v1s multiple times, Jax getting caught out, LeBlanc biting off a little bit more than they can chew, and I think that was probably just some of that game one confidence that they had when they steamrolled us. But I think IIT just showed off, we have our own talents. I was gonna say Fangs, but we're a Hawk, so I was just trying to go there. But yeah, it's just those kind of things will really shape up that's the definition of like solo queue. Big objective fights when you got three people wanting to do different things. You got Average Joey wanting to go for the engagement and Jinx. You got Lulu running for her life away from the Lee Sin, and then you have Shmovie taking Baron buff to the butt with like getting chucked down consistently. So if they just get that cohesion, call it a play, even if it's a completely wrong play, as long as everyone's committed to it, you can walk away saying at least we noticed, and then we can try a different strat in the future. But I think just having the team fights fall apart in that kind of scenario is definitely one of the frustrating things to watch for sure as a caster, as a viewer. So I digress though. We're just gonna call it off here. It's been a fun day of games for the IIT, but unfortunately their run for the CLoL will end here. We'll try to see if we can get a cast in for next week. I know for a fact that I won't be available on the 19th live to do one, so we might do an offline one on Sunday or something, or if we can find another caster, maybe Joshua can be the one that does the cast if I give him the stream key or something. But again, thank you for watching. Appreciate everyone for giving some of those follows and views, and keep in touch with us with all those social media things on the bottom, all right? Have a good weekend all, and have a good Valentine's Day too. Thanks all.